Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. So today's video I want to talk about self-care and self-love. I just think looking after ourselves intentionally is so important, and it really helps our mental state, you know, our outlook on life, our positivity. It helps, you know, our daily interactions and just how we feel as people and just kind of our happiness. You know, going back to when I was really going through like the down points of my acne, this is something that I really should have been doing more, and it would have really helped me going through that. So I do think it's really important for everyone to do. And also in terms of like our stress levels, it's really important to keep them low and keep them in check, because you know our stress can affect our skin as well. So you know, we're still linking things back to our skin through this video, but I just thought today's video would be a really important one to kind of also inject a bit more of this into my channel as well, because it is something that I do daily, and that's something that I really am passionate about, and yeah, I just want to share more about it. So anyway, let's get into today's video and talk about the things that I'm personally going to be doing in 2020 when it comes to like my personal self-care and self-love. Self-care and self-love can mean something completely different to every single individual person. I just feel like it's a nice little point to start on, because I think when it comes to self-care and self-love, it's also about not comparing yourself to other people. I think that's the first kind of step of it, and coming up with things that are personalized to you. First thing that I'm doing is I want to get back into a good fitness routine that I actually enjoy, because last year my fitness was like literally like this. I mean, yes, I broke my foot last year, so that was like a big dent into my year. It took me like, you know, off any kind of exercise for 3 months. So this year I really want to focus on trying to find a fitness routine that I actually enjoy, because I think that's the key thing as well. Like, you know, you might go to the gym, but great, if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? Like, you're just not gonna, you know, be pushing yourself to the best limit and all that kind of stuff. So you know, it might be going to a class, you know, like that's what I'm doing at the minute. Like, I'm joined a gym, that's my first step. I've joined a like a club gym that's near me, which is fantastic, because they've got a bit of, you know, everything. They've got classes there, they've got a swimming pool there, they've got a gym there, they've got, you know, all these different bits and pieces, so I can kind of dibble and dabble with things, and it kind of keeps my motivation up. That's definitely kind of like the first thing to think about actually, because one thing that I did at the very beginning of the year is I cancelled my membership at my old gym, which was like just a solid gym. It kind of reminded me of those like Gymshark gyms, you know, kind of like very intense. It was too intense for me. I'm just not that kind of Gymshark girl. I cancelled that gym membership because it just didn't fit with me and my daily life and my personality, and I've now gone to a club and I am absolutely loving it. And I've actually been like 4 times a week, which is fantastic, because I can kind of do a bit of swimming, I can do a bit of classes, and then when I go to the gym I'm more motivated. So that's my first thing of how I'm looking after myself in terms of physically this year, is trying to find a fitness routine that I actually enjoy and look forward to doing, you know, daily, or not even daily, like a couple times a week. So the second thing that I want to do this year, which I've started, is I want to start reading more. So I was actually really good at reading at the beginning of last year. Like, I actually am joined to my local library, which I still am, and I used to go there like every other week maybe and get a new book. Like, I was reading minimum 2 books a month, I reckon, or at least 1. Like, I was pretty on it when it was coming to my reading, and then I broke my foot, and then I couldn't drive for 3 months, and I just stopped going to the library. And then after, you know, getting my like foot mended and could drive again, I don't know, it just kind of fell off reading really. So yeah, this year I want to get back onto it. I've bought a book, and the book that I have got is called Tiny Habits, which actually really ties in really well with this video. So far I'm really enjoying it. I'm only into like chapter 2, but it's called Tiny Habits, and it's by BJ Fogg, who's founder of Behaviour Design Lab at Stanford. But yeah, it's really interesting. It actually says on the front, the small changes that change everything. So actually this is a really great book to tie in with today's video, and I actually do recommend it so far. It's basically about how to implement tiny changes and small habits, which then turn into big changes in your life. So yeah, definitely get back into my reading, and I try and do it in the evening before I go to bed, because I'm trying to, actually this is another thing that I'm doing this year, which I haven't actually added to the list, but we'll add it in, is I really want to reduce my screen time before bed, because I get the best night's sleep when I've been off my technology for at least an hour before I go to bed. Technology really plays in my head, like with my sleep. I do have those blue light blocking glasses, but they're not like you know, cures. Like, they don't, you don't just put them on and then that's it, you sleep great. Like, they still, the light still affects me. So basically I want to try and read in the evening before I go to bed. That's kind of the place I put it. Or sometimes I do actually take my book to the gym, and my gym actually has like a sauna and like a steam room set up, and they've got these really lovely hot like chairs in there, so sometimes I take my book in there, or I read it in the sauna. Actually, that is probably the most ultimate self-care, self-love, is sitting in a sauna reading a book. Okay, so my third intention is I want to schedule just my life better. Basically, I juggle a lot of things when it comes to work, school, YouTube, and just daily life. I just want to get into like a better habit of scheduling things ahead of time. Now, the reason why this is self-care and self-love to me is because if I do that, it ensures that I have time to do everything, I keep on top of everything, and kind of future me is less stressed. If I don't schedule and plan things in and just kind of wake up on the day and then like see what I've got to do that day, I become so stressed, because then I'm kind of, I don't know, it kind of like weight on my shoulders that I've got all this stuff to do and I don't know when I'm going to fit it in and do it. And then, you know, time, what's it called, deadlines creep up, and then it becomes really, really stressful, like with schoolwork especially. So I am getting really good at scheduling ahead. I've actually, like, my iPad, I spoke about this before, my iPad is literally like my favourite thing I own. It's just the best. And on here, on the app Notability, so on here I've actually made a revision timetable, and this is where I put, you know, the days I'm working at Pi, you know, days that I want to dedicate to filming YouTube videos, and basically the numbers that you see, these represent certain lectures which I need to revise for an exam. So yeah, it's kind of like my system that I do it, and that's how I kind of make my revision timetable. And I slot in to make sure that, you know, those, like, everything that is going to come up in the exam is covered basically in my revision 2 months prior to the exam. And this just makes life just so much less stressful, because I can just stick to it, and if I do stick to it, I know everything's going to be covered before my exam in February. I know I'm going to film YouTube videos, so I'm going to stay on top of my YouTube videos, hopefully. I really get like hesitant saying that now, because I feel like I say stuff to you guys on YouTube like, I'm going to post every single day, and then life happens, and then I'm like, wow, that was such a fantasy. So yeah, I really do try my best, so hopefully that's going to happen with my scheduling on here. And then also I factor in my days at work, so when I'm at work I can just focus on work and I haven't got, you know, all these million things I need to do in the back of my head. And then obviously I've also factored in my college days, so that's what C&M is, that's my college. And then I try and leave, if I can have like a weekend off, fantastic. If I can't, you know, that's life. And then when it says retreat, basically my mum runs yoga retreats and I help her out on those retreats. So yeah, just factoring in these things, and it really, really helps me, and I'm really trying to stick to it. Another thing that I've also been doing is getting better on my Google Calendar. I don't know if anyone's actually guessed what my star sign is. Pause the video and try and guess what you think my star sign is, and if you can get my ascendant as well, very impressed. But yeah, my star sign is I'm a Taurus with a Virgo ascendant, so anything to do with routines or scheduling or kind of planning and all that kind of stuff is just, it's just in my DNA. Like I mean, that's not really literal, but do you know what I mean? Like, it is just me, it's what I'm made up of. I absolutely love it. Like, I was that little kid who used to pack my school bag every single day, like the night before, and be ready to go in the morning. Okay, so my intention number 4 is just getting better with my food again, so making sure that I'm nourishing myself from within. So yeah, that's kind of self-explanatory, just making sure that my diet is really healthy basically. I really enjoy eating healthy. Like, my boyfriend always laughs because whenever I come back from like a holiday, like, you know when you go on holiday and you just eat out a lot and it's just like a lot of different foods and it's not what you eat normally, my boyfriend always makes fun of me because when I come home I'm literally just craving a bowl of veg. Like, literally, that, I just love vegetables. So yeah, eating healthy is no problem for me. But I mean, if you saw my last video, definitely over Christmas I was a bit more indulgent, so just kind of getting back on my, you know, healthy eating plan, not plan, but just, you know, diet. And yeah, just making sure that I'm nourishing my body from within. So eat the rainbow, people. Okay, and then the last intention, which I actually think is probably one of the hardest ones I have, is to actually allow myself to sometimes do nothing. Now, if I go back to my star sign, if anyone's into star sign, I'm really into star signs, horoscopes. I'm a Taurus with a Virgo ascendant, so I just love being productive. I love doing things. I love a list. I love ticking things off. Do you mean, I love like just being on the go, like doing things. I love having a task to do, and I find it hard sometimes to just do nothing. like that actually is quite a struggle for me. Like even if it's just, you know, having a day where you sit on like the sofa and just watch TV all day. Like I don't even own a TV, like I don't watch TV. The only thing that I watch is on my laptop. Like me and my boyfriend watch Netflix, or now Love Island's back on, so not gonna lie, I'll probably be watching that in the evenings. But yeah, having like a day where you're just sitting on the sofa doing nothing is kind of just not something I'm used to. If you're like a productive or creative person, actually taking time to do nothing is really important, because that's actually allowing yourself to be more creative, to allow more ideas and things to flow into your headspace as well. So it's really, really important to kind of stop and have a pause. But yeah, that's something that I really want to try and do more this year. I don't know how well I'm gonna like be at that. If you saw my timetable, I'm pretty jam-packed with like things that I need to do every day, but maybe that is just taking 10 minutes a day, you know, at start. It's not saying that I've got to have a whole day to do nothing, just having these mini like breaks where I just pause and know it's okay to have that pause. Because I think that's probably the thing I struggle with the most, is that the reason why I'm not very good at doing nothing is because when I do that, I either feel bad, like I should be doing something. Actually, yeah, that probably is the thing. I just hate the feeling of not being productive. It kind of feels like failing to me. Like in my mind and my body, I feel like I'm failing if I'm not doing something, and that's just so wrong. So yeah, I need to get myself out that headspace and teach myself to pause and know it's okay to have a break. But guys, I want to hear what you guys are going to do this year. I really want you all to pick at least, even if it's just one thing that you're going to do to either like look after yourself and just bring more positivity and happiness into your life, and something that's going to be achievable as well. Like don't go like too big too soon. We can start, you know, go back to that book actually I'm reading, start with like a tiny thing that you can start with that's achievable, and then you can build upon it. But let me know what that one thing is going to be for you, because I would love to hear what you guys' like inspirations, like intentions are. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, because it helps me out so much. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. But anyway guys, I love you so much, and to my side right now, I'll pop another video and you can go check out some more for me. But anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.